I'm delighted to welcome you to another BASI Systems tutorial. Today I am going to look at the Wunda Chair. I love this piece of apparatus. It's always been one of my favorites, and now with the BASI Systems version, it's just elevated it to another level. Let's look at some of the general features of this Wunda Chair. First of all, the seat. The seat is large. It is the same size as the classic Wunda Chair. This is so important when performing the classic repertoire. When the seat is narrow, it is not as accommodating for the advanced repertoire, the classic repertoire. In fact, sometimes it's impossible to perform the classic repertoire as it should be done on a narrow seat. So there you have it, a very large seat, proportionate with the apparatus, with a very high density closed cell foam for maximum support. This is a very high quality foam. As we move around the chair, we see part of the handle, which I will address in a separate tutorial, and we come to the pedal, the foot bar. This is so important. Notice how this foot bar comes relatively high, and no matter what the resistance, no matter whether I'm on one spring or two springs, it always sits at the same height. This is very important. Comparing it to some chairs where as you go lower in weight, meaning lighten the resistance, the pedal drops lower and lower. This essentially changes the physics of the exercise, the mechanics of the exercise. We don't want the mechanics to change, we just want the resistance to change. Here you can do just that. The pedal is always at the same place, no matter what the resistance. It doesn't change based on how light or heavy it is. This is also a split pedal, so we simply take this bar out and we can hang the bar there. It's got a special little hook for it, and I should have had this on here. And now you have the typical split pedal working seamlessly. And here we put the bar back in. Please remember to always have two springs on when you take the bar out and put it in. It was my mistake, but what it shows is that I'm always careful, even if I don't have that. When I take the bar out and put the bar in, I've always got my hand here. In case you or someone makes that mistake, you will catch it. So putting it back in and putting the spring on. A couple of other features I want to address. The one is that we have the socket for the F2 system integrated into the chair. I will address that in a different tutorial. It's got a nice big base, and notice there's a cutout of that base. That is not there only for form and aesthetic, but it's there for when you do the jackknife, so that when you do the jackknife and you are lying there, I'm putting this here just because the floor is hard on the head. That cutout is there for the head so that you can reach the pedal, whether you're doing the jackknife like that or like that. You can see there's this beautiful cutout for the head. So you take it from here, inhale, exhaling, inhaling, and slowly rolling down, and you don't get the chair hitting your head as often happens. So again, designed by professionals, for professionals, designed for professionals, by professionals, whichever way you like to see it. It really is designed around the work by a person, by myself, who has done this work for so many years. I love it. Certainly, I'm in no way criticizing the original equipment. I'm just saying we found ways to improve and evolve that equipment. So now let us address the different features independently. Let us look at the foot bar. I've already said that this foot bar can be a split bar. So you take that out, and now it works as a split bar. Put that back in, and we have a very stable bar. We have the possibility of 4 springs, 2 heavy blacks, and 2 light yellows. I will take the yellows off for now, and I will just leave the black springs on. You can then go to 1 black spring, and the lightest setting would be 1 black spring on the first notch. Of course, that is very, very light. All you do is pull that out, and it will catch into the next hole. Pull that, catches into the next hole, pull, and the next hole. So we call this 1, 2, 3, 4. Here I've got 0. So right now I'm on 0, 4. We then go from there to the next increment up from 0, 4 will be 1, 1. Then we've got 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3, 4, 3, 4, 4. And now that's the heaviest setting. Of course, now we could add yellow springs to that. Beautiful. This is so simple, and yet so much technology built into this. Simplicity of use, ease of use, by way of using technology to our advantage, and then simply adding those springs to it. That is an overview of the Wunda Chair with the split pedal, with the settings. So simple, so easy, just slips into place so easily. As with all the locking and unlocking mechanisms, if you rotate it quarter of a turn to sit in the very shallow groove, it will just simply go up and down and not lock. In order to lock it, you must put it in the deep groove, and now it is locked. It immediately lock, and the last one you just push it down gently and it locks into place. Could not be more simple. The texture here, it's got a little bit of give and textured for nice grip of your feet and toes, a nice rounded dome shape to accommodate for the movement of the pedal. I will address the other features in an upcoming tutorial. Thank you so much for attending this tutorial about the BASI Systems Wunda Chair. Thank you.